What's
one more.
Why not? Woo! Give him one more. Absolutely.
Welcome to Diamond Cast.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. How's everybody doing tonight?
Pretty rocking,
Well,
pretty good. Got the cup, got the decaf. We're all
the cup.
still kicking off.
Cupping off.
And what have we all been up to this week?
Quite good. Cupping off.
Cupping off.
You go first. I've got those.
Well, I think it'd be interesting to talk to you about your experience watching the Manic Street Preacher stroke Suede to begin with. That's pretty exciting.
That was
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
It looks like your head the way you're holding it there, just like over your own head. Yeah, that's it.
So tell us about this. What's this?
Oh, so this is like a photography book that the Manics have put out, which is I can't remember who the photographer is. But it's like they followed them on tour for like I think 18 months back in the day.
Yeah,
it's like a nice
it was
photography.
20 months
You know,
at the
Natalie.
beginning of their. Yeah, her name is Valerie,
Sorry.
and she
My
followed them
nerds
on.
fell over. Made a noise.
No, I just read the introduction earlier in the book.
Very cool.
But it's it's their between their sort of playing in smaller venues and then their rise to getting their first top 10 hit.
Right, nice.
But yeah, it's really interesting. It's just them in like, you know, small tiny crap hotels and like little backstage
can
rooms
relate.
and that kind of thing. Yeah, it looks really cool though. It's like proper like old school, you know, hotel rooms with like patterned covers and things like that, like Travelodges.
Nice.
The gig was great. Oh, it was Alexandra Palace, but it was outside Alexandra Palace, so like in the grounds. And anyone's ever been there, it's like the top hill in London, so you can see a great view. But it's like this, and the stage was down at the bottom of the hill, so you could see really well across everything. It was super awesome. We were right.
What was your favourite song?
Well, This Is Yesterday is my favourite Manic song, and that's one they played.
Nice. Were you expecting them to play it? Is that a likely show song, or is it quite like, oh wow, deep cut?
Well, it's the only track from the Holy Bible. I've heard them do it acoustically quite a few times, but I don't remember them playing it recently. It was like the 23rd time or something ridiculous that I've seen them. So it's hard to remember what all the set lists were.
Do you remember what they opened with?
Natalie?
Yes, it wasn't Motorcycle Emptiness because we
we
made
had
a
a
bet
bet.
and you still owe me a £5. It was You Love Us.
Oh wow, that's pretty powerful. It's pretty rocking.
Because I was like, oh, they're not going to open with You Love Us.
Well, they played Motorcycle Emptiness third, so I was
Fourth,
close.
third, yeah.
Yeah.
Did they play something from every album, or was there like it favoured, but like there's certain albums that were really favoured, like Generation Terrorists and?
I'd say it's mainly Everything Must Go.
Oh, fucking hell! One of my favourites.
Yeah.
Jealous.
It was like
my brother.
There's like 5 albums they played nothing from.
Nice.
You know, it was like a mini festival, so it's like a festival set.
And my brother was there. I think he was there.
Cool.
And he said that he saw R.R. Martin, the writer of Game of Thrones.
George R.R. Martin.
George.
Or just R.R. Martin.
I don't know. I'm not.
George
R.R.
R.R. Martin.
Yeah.
George R.R. Martin. That's cool. Was he there?
He said, well, basically, he posted my brother posted a picture on Facebook of this bloke, and it said something like, George R.R. Martin, why are you here working on when you should be working on the next book?
Finish with the winter.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Do you think
but
poor,
I don't know
poor
if
George
it was actually him or someone who looks like him, and that was the joke.
He must get that wherever he goes. He's just trying to have a good time, and then everyone's like, "Work on the rest of your books."
Yeah, finish the book. So I don't know if it was actually him or just the joke was it was someone who looked like him. It wasn't evident in the post. But if anybody else saw him there, then yeah, I hope you had a go at him.
Have a word with him. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's not had many words with us, given us with us. Sorry.
Yeah. Wait. That's sort of there you go. Yeah, and then Suede were the headliners, and I don't know if you've ever seen Suede, but like, this is like one of the best live bands you can see. Like Brett Anderson is the front man, right? So he's up there in my top estimations of front men ever, and it's just it was wicked. Like I'm not like the massive like I am a massive big fan. But like, they're not like, you know, in my upper echelons like the Manics are. But like his stage performance is so wicked. Apart from yours, he's up there with you, Ben.
Oh, thanks. Does he play and sing at the same time, or does he just sing?
No, he's just singing, but he's just like working that crowd. So good.
Wow.
So good. And like, you wouldn't expect it because they're like, you know, indie kind of Britpop band, but like, it kicks off, man. He's so good.
That's ace. Yeah, because I
like
thought
the Hives.
you
know how the singer from the Hives is like all over the shop. Yeah, it's that kind of performance. Well good.
Well, that's cool. Well, I'm glad it was good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I did.
And that's ace. That's ace. That's ace. I'm a bit well gel, but so be it.
What about you, Ben? What have you been up to this week?
I've been doing a lot of work on the song ideas. So of the 10 song ideas, I've now done a bit of work on 4 of them and sent those 4 on to Adam and Vinnie to start working on and start adding to and start building on. I'm quite excited about one of them because it just goes up to a middle section. And I said to Adam, just write a piano piece for this next section, like a piano solo or just a piano section. Because what some of you may not know is that Adam's a very good pianist.
You can't see by my background.
Yeah, and I really like that kind of that's having that kind of level of musicianship in the band where you can just say to another member, look, just have at it and see what you come up with, and also that trust that you're not going to be like, oh, I don't want anybody else to get involved because I feel like everybody's got something really special to bring. So we're doing that, and then to the last few days, I've been working on the 5th idea of the 10, which is a shuffle song. And for those of you who don't know what a shuffle song is, it's the sort of second most common rock beat. So you guys all know, you're very straight, you know, very familiar with the straight ga, ga, which is what most rock songs are. The shuffle was a lot more popular, I think, in like the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So it's that kind of like Blockbuster by Sweet. But then also The Beautiful People by Malin Romance. So
or like the Shall Sing by Starscream.
Yeah, well, exactly. Another of the greats. So there's not that many shuffle songs because it seems to be sort of certainly more recently. So trying to write something with that feel to it, but still making it quite dark and dramatic is a challenge. And I feel like I'm making some really good headway with it, but it's just taking me a bit longer because of that slightly different feel. But I think once we get it right, it's going to sit really nicely with the other songs because it's immediately got that different sort of feel to it, where it's just got this sort of. There's a really good example by a band called Diary of Dreams, who are quite a good like electro goth band. They've got a song called Endless Nights, and that's in shuffle, but it's so dark and spooky you probably wouldn't realize until you actually go, oh yeah, shit, this is like Blockbuster Back to Sweet. But that's what I'm trying to capture. So yeah, I've been working on the tunes, and I do a bit of mentoring as well, which I really enjoy doing. I do it over the internet, over Zoom, and what that basically is I work with sort of other musicians, and they ask me about things to do with building their brand. Sometimes they ask me about their songs and their lyrics. And I love doing that because they'll send me ideas they've got and they want feedback. And also there's a lot of mental health stuff as well, because as musicians, by the very nature of being creatives, we can be quite sensitive. And so it's talking through some issues of feeling that sense of when you're in a sort of situation when you're a musician, you're trying to build your brand. It's like everywhere you look, everyone's doing better than you, everyone's cooler than you, everyone's more attractive than you, and trying to sort of unravel
that. I
don't
agree with the last bit.
Well, more than me. But yeah, they can have that. People can have that sense of doubt about themselves, and so a lot of it can be sometimes just unraveling that stuff and trying to build sort of more confidence. So I've been doing a bit of that this week, which has been good fun. Yeah, those would be my main things, really.
Great.
Look, I'm looking forward to playing the piano and doing the bass bells.
It's going to be like Andrew WK, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's going to come back completely transformed into like some sort of party tune.
Before. Yeah, party tune. Party shuffle. That's a different song.
Wait, so it's like the piano song isn't the shuffle song though?
No, it's not.
No.
I'm really, really looking forward to both because I think putting piano in a rock song is awesome, and I also love a bit of a shuffle. Shuffle. It's really, really exciting to have different. It's really exciting to have like a different type of song. amongst all the other songs as well. So yeah, I can't wait to hear those.
I can imagine it's going to be really cool when we play it live.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and just that different sort of feel would be really ace. It's interesting because when you, I think what makes it more challenging, but also more kind of fun, is that when you work in shuffle with that there's only a certain amount of rhythmic things you can do vocally over it because of the limitations. So it kind of pushes you to go, right, can I do this in a way that still sounds cool? Because of the nature of it, it can sound a bit fun because of the so if you're like and it's just like, this is too wacky. How do I make this? How do I keep this feel in this groove, but make it dark, make it emotional? So yeah, but it's a really good experiment, and I think it's going to turn out great.
Excellent, can't wait. So what we've got a lot of really exciting things to talk about today. Oh, Adam, did you want to talk about something else you went to this week?
What else did I go to? Oh, what, last night? I went to the Battle Proms last night, which is
explain what the Battle Proms are.
So it's like a classical music one day festival kind of event thing, where they have like, okay, I'll give you the program. That's the easier way. So it's like a big festival, and everyone's got like everyone's got picnics and stuff. It's very British. That's why I'm wearing my very free jacket. And it started with like a little cavalry horse show, a bit of jousting. Very, very British, very historic. And then there's like they had some performers that were doing like 1930s like boogie woogie music and Charleston's and like the Andrews Sisters, and I absolutely love like 1930s music. So it's like very vintage. It's great. And I was playing Bioshock this week, which got me back into it as well. And then there's loads of classical music and like some people like parachuting down. It's quite hard to explain what it's all about. And there's fireworks. There's all like Natalie, how would you explain it?
It's almost like a sort of it's like a big sort of festival of British like history, but music, with like this jousting and music, and so there was like people parachuting out of a plane, like actual professional parachuters and things, and then cool. there was a 193
like actual
salute.
Active military people as well.
Yeah, and like professionals, and there was like some horse like shows, like the military and the horse like jumping around and stuff, and then all to classical music. So the music's playing like live, the orchestra's playing, and the horses are doing the thing, and there's cannons going off and everything.
Yeah, cannons are synced up
Loads
with the music.
Synced up with 1812 Overture.
It's like proper like Iron Maiden.
It's really and it's just like quite spectacular to see they did a cheer at the end for the percussionist whose responsibility it was to sync the cannons up to the orchestra, which
was awesome.
Is incredible.
And it's like the ultimate stage show we could ever want. Like 30 cannons synced up with the music. Like that's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, and they like obviously setting them off like one after the other. But there was, what was it Beethoven wrote with the 193 cannons designed to be in it?
I can't remember what the symphony was. It was great.
It was because that was what he wrote it with that in mind. And so they played it with the cannons live.
But he never got to hear it with the actual cannons.
Yeah.
So.
And then there was all like Old Lang Syne at the end and everything. It was quite good. Yeah, it's quite festivities. Yeah, you get dressed up.
How long was the whole thing?
Oh, it starts at like 4 and ends at like 10:30. So it's like a whole.
It's like a day of it.
Yeah, it's like a little mini festival. It's very well fun.
That sounds amazing.
And we met loads of people afterwards who were talking to us. They go every year, and apparently it's been going for years and years. And it's just they were just really nice. And they're like, yeah, we come every year. We bring the picnics, and they have a cool bag, and
a cool bag or a cool bag.
A cool bag with
like with a picnic in it. Like
it's a cool bag.
Yeah, a cool bag. Also
a cool bag.
A cool bag. No, it's really fun. It's a really fun thing to go to if you are ever around in the summertime in Britain.
It was really fun. Yeah,
4 across like north, south, east, and west.
Very patriotic.
It's just a fun day out. Yeah, he's waving flags and stuff. It's cool.
Well, I've seen a bunch of like classic cars in the area today. could that be related to it? Do they do it all on the same weekend? So there's one south, north, east, west.
No, it's 4 weekends in a row. So
so next right, so it wouldn't be relevant to this. But
so
okay.
But yeah, I mean, they do say on the website you can arrive by air, as in if you've got a little plane, you can arrive by the plane.
Yeah, that's so cool. One day.
Yeah. Oh, there was a Spitfire, like the actual Spitfire that launched the first attack on D-Day. That the first Spitfire came like the original one flew over us loads of times.
And it kept flying around to music.
Yeah, to music,
like
as in dancing to the music
it's
in
really
the air.
cool.
It's crazy. But yeah, that was fun.
We had a musical field week.
We did ask everyone on the Instagram earlier this week, what do you think the theme of this show would be? And we obviously it's going to be music in film. However, we did get some guesses. One of them was crowd reactions at shows. Another was what's your stage prep. Another was what's the proper way to serve tea, which is always. I had an argument with my mum about this the other day. Room divider. You had an argument with your mum about it.
Yeah.
What? Who was on which side?
Oh, I mean, I've been making tea my entire life, and then she just whips out that you should put the milk in first, like for the first time. That's crazy talk. Crazy talk, man.
Has she done this before?
Oh, I've never seen her put milk in first. I know she's watching this as well, so mum, it's not right. Water first.
Well, I'm very, very happy to talk about the best way to make tea for the remaining of the duration of this episode. I prepared my answer, so when you're ready for it, I shall go forth.
Okay, tea off.
Oh, that's quick. So, first of all, let's talk about the kind of cup you want. Now, you don't want a big, right? You don't want a big, chunky Eurovision 2021 mug, right? You don't. No, it's got to be a classy, ideally with a saucer, bone china, nice, bloody kind of classy mug. The thin china, because you just got that better sense of connection with the tea itself, right? So obviously, you want the saucer. Then you're going to put, in an ideal world, we'd be using an actual teapot, but let's just forego that for now. So
you know, ketchup man.
Well, you wouldn't even be doing it yourself. Jeeves would be doing it. Jives would be doing it. So then bag goes in, water goes in, and then you leave it to brew for a bit. Then you've got to do the squeezing on the side of the cup thing to make sure you've got enough flavor out, but not so much that you break the bag. Do be careful, right? Then the bag comes out, goes in the bin, not in the sink. Don't know why people do that. Then the milk goes in. Now, you've got to be very careful with the milk because you want to make sure that the color of the tea is, if it's a scale of 1 to 10, about 7. You want that kind of level of darkness. And that's only really possible if you're putting the milk in after, not if you're putting the milk in first.
Wait, is 10 dark or is 10 the darkest and 1 the milkiest? Okay, cool.
Yeah, 10's the darkest, right? Then serve with a saucer, ideally a small selection of biscuits, 3 or 4, let's not get ridiculous, and a book, and be outside. And or you could be watching.
Specific, man.
Yeah, of course.
I was just going like water before milk. You've got a whole fucking
system.
Yeah.
Also, if you can watch an episode of Poirot while you're drinking the tea, that really does add to the effect. Poirot is a Agatha Christie book which was made into a TV series in the 70s, 80s, and more recently. TV series. And it's the quintessential, even though he's actually Belgian, but it's got a quintessential Britishness to it because it all takes place in like 1930s England. So you got your tea, you got your Poirot. It's brilliant, and it's full of people saying, "By Jove, do you think that's really quite rum, isn't it?"
Wait, what type of tea do you have?
Well, you're going to want to have a Yorkshire tea, probably, or one of the top brands. You don't want to mess around getting like Asda. Well,
but I mean, I'm an Earl Grey boy.
I'm not familiar with that, so I wouldn't know how to do it.
Wait,
we have to rectify this.
Oh, I don't have a dun 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 sound, but that would have been
get one of those. But is that the same process? Sorry.
Do you like going to Fortnum and Mason's as a day out? Is that would that be your ideal trip?
Do they have lots of tea paraphernalia?
Oh yes.
And lots of different teas?
Yes, it's like originally it's like the old, it's like 1778 or something. It was built. It's like a tea Harrods.
Well, that sounds delightful.
I feel like we're getting less cool the longer we do this podcast every week.
Well,
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with tea.
Oh, exactly. So let me just see if there's any more notes on the tea making there. No.
We've come to the end of the spreadsheet.
We've got it there. I think that's all. That's all there. And I could go on, but we're limited time. So.
Okay. So, would you say that would you include having a tea in your stage prep?
Not tea with milk because of singing.
Does milk affect your voice? Is that the thing?
Yes, it does. I don't exactly sound completely how or why, but apparently it does somehow. Like it's something.
Makes you more phlegmy, I think.
Yeah. So you'd want to have herbal tea. I've got a really nice vocal zone tea, but tea at that point isn't really about the kind of relaxing enjoyment of it. It's more just about having the warm drink to warm your vocal cords, rather than it being like a relaxing, enjoyable experience. So that would be part of the pre-show ritual.
Oh, there you go.
You got a post-show tea.
Yeah, so then you have the fun one. Yeah, then you have the fun one. And you can
Do you have like a different tea? Do you have like a pre-show tea like sachet box and a post-show tea sachet box in like a little velvet case? You open them up and it's like, right, I've got to wait for this one. It's like, oh, I look forward to that. Like during sorrow, are you thinking, oh, I'm really looking forward to that post-show tea?
I will be now. That's brilliant. Yeah.
We're not exactly Motley Crue, are we?
Motley Brew, more like.
Hey! You get one.
That was brilliant. I can see it. I can see a new t-shirt coming along.
T-shirt. It's just endless, really, isn't it?
You can have another one. I've got a soundboard for nothing.
Exactly.
We promised everyone we'd talk about movie soundtracks, so yeah, like tell us about your favorite movie soundtracks, your favorite films, like what movie soundtracks really make you feel
well
euphoric,
you
melancholy, sad,
actually gave us a very good list here of movie subheadings.
Yeah.
And you want to go straight into this?
We can do this. We've got a little. You want to go first?
In terms of like, well, you gave us some amazing titles here. We've got recent movies, 80s movies. What should we go through these? I could do this.
Well, right. I asked everyone before the show what do they think the best recent movie is? Okay, and then we can talk about that. So, what's the best recent movie you think has come out?
The first one that came to my mind, which is often, I think that's a good barometer to go with, was a film called Nope, which I think was 2022.
Really good film.
Alien movie. And I feel like in order to say why it's so good, I have to sort of do a spoiler.
Yeah, you have to spoil it.
Yeah. Can I? May I?
Spoiler alert, guys.
Is it a bad spoiler? Will people not want to watch it afterwards?
I don't know. Maybe I can phrase it in a way that doesn't spoil it, but still, essentially, there's a reveal.
Don't spoil it.
There you go, sensitivity. There's a reveal towards the, I guess, in the third part of the movie, if you think the movie's in 3 acts. There's a reveal in the third act that just turns the whole alien thing on its head and is really good and really engaging. It's not wacky. It's not like, oh, what the fuck? It's like, oh, wow. Which makes you think about the whole thing in a different way and makes you understand why so much of the stuff has happened as it has so far. But it keeps the level of intrigue up. And and also it's the backdrop of it, where it's set, who's in it, is really intriguing as well. It's quite off the usual sort of terrain of what you would expect from like a big budget alien movie.
Yeah, it was it kept you thinking all the way through, I think. And I especially like the opening part was so horrific, and you were like, oh, that's interesting. What like the first setting, it was very, very surreal and strange. And then as you start to understand pieces of the story, I think it was told in a very the pace was told in a very sort of continuously mysterious way, but also the ending, the reveal didn't disappoint. Like a lot of things tend to like keep you intrigued all the way, and then you get to the end, like Lost. You get to the end and you're like, oh, what? This was like, why has it wasted my time? Whereas like, no, it got to the end. You were like, that was satisfying. That was really good. I'm gonna buy the DVD.
It's better the second time you watch it and know what happens as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And,
Did we watch it twice in a row?
Yeah.
And it was one where I wanted to go and like read up on reviews and stuff afterwards, because there were because you know the opening scene and the whole concept of that TV show thing. There are some theories that it's acting as a metaphor for the whole alien concept thing as well.
It is, yeah.
Of basically like a, what do you call it, a cautionary tale of if you do this sort of thing, and then these are the dangers you're putting yourself up to. So that was a good one. That's my answer for that. Nope.
Am I answering my favourite recent film or music soundtrack?
Favourite recent film?
Godzilla -1. I say Godzilla -1 is the best film I've seen.
Godzilla -1 is incredible.
Yeah, it's so fucking good. Really great characterization all the way through, and it's like a low budget independent film. It costs like $20 million, which is
you
wouldn't think it. You wouldn't.
No, but it's like the equivalent of like one episode of the new Star Wars series, right? So it's like really low budget and brilliant. We've both gone for monster films. Well, Alien and Godzilla.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the both.
That's wicked. Okay, so the next question, if I may,
go for it.
I've got. Oh well, before we move on quickly, there's a lot of people in chat talking about Hans Zimmer being the favorite composer, and I was just thinking.
True Romance.
I saw. Yes.
True Romance. I was playing on the piano earlier. He plays Yosoko. He composed Yosoko.
Did he?
Which is I
didn't know that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
He I saw him on a clip on Instagram this week talking, and he was saying about how he composed the music for Interstellar, which was basically Christopher Nolan phoned him up and said, "Can you compose a piece of music which is about I think it's about like a meaningful relationship or something?" And it was just about his relationship with his son. And the theme was based on that, and he had no idea that it was a science fiction film it was about or anything. It was just about that. No, sorry, I've gone bits wrong. He said to Hans Zimmer, "Can you compose a piece of music for my new film?" And he just didn't give him much of a description about it. And so Hans Zimmer composed a piece of music that was about the relationship between him and his son. And then then Christopher Nolan knew that the crux of the whole film was going to be about
that so the music influenced the story.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan hadn't written the script yet. He just knew he was going to do an epic film, and he asked Hans Zimmer to create the theme for it. And Hans Zimmer wrote this piece of music which he attributed to the relationship between father and son.
Cool,
brilliant,
and it's a bloody great film.
Yeah,
bloody great.
Yeah. And it's inspired. Then they were inspired by each other, so creativity builds on both sides. Yeah,
nice little. I'll give it. There you go. One for them. One of those for hands. Super hands.
So yeah, we'll go down the list. Who are your favourite movie composers?
Well, are we still doing film, or are we just doing anything?
Well, movie composers, yeah.
Oh, sorry, movie. I think say music.
No,
Danny Elfman.
like as in
Danny Elfman, 100%.
Danny Elfman. Why
100% Danny Elfman. Because not only he can do brilliant soundtracks, he does Batman, which he can also like write a musical like Nightmare Before Christmas and sing it, and he's just
Oh yeah, he did Nightmare Before Christmas as well, didn't
he? Genius. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And
like basically every Tim Burton film has got Danny Elfman music, but also like, yeah, he's awesome. He's really cool. He did the theme song from The Simpsons. There you go.
But that sounds like him, doesn't it? Because if you think about because I presumably he did stuff in Beetlejuice, and it's got that slightly kind of dark, mischievous quality to it. That seems to be the almost like slightly chaotic. That quality to it that seems to be prevalent in all those examples you've given me. Did he do stuff for Edward Scissorhands? Or right, yeah. So sort of a sense, a combination of being quite wondrous and having this sense of grandeur, whilst having this sense of kind of almost chaos and this sort of sinister quality to it, which is great. I like John Carpenter's stuff because I think it just creates such a brilliant atmosphere. Songs like films like The Thing, Christine. Even though I'm not a massive horror fan, I just think the atmosphere that his work brings is just iconic, and I find it quite a good influence when I'm actually writing riffs and ideas, is to listen to what he would do and how he would use notes in the scale to create a sense of unease and atmosphere. And I really, and I like the sort of 80s synth sounds that you can hear on those classic films as well.
Yeah, they are amazing. I think the creating like trepidation quickly in those films is really good, as well as how music makes you think a certain way about a scene without you knowing specifically what that scene's about yet. So you could be seeing people are doing something, and you can, if the music is like like, you know, it's oh, something is exciting is going to happen, or something is going on, or let's be intrigued. Or if it's like the longer the note, the more the dread, as they say in Peep Show. If it's just a long note, it's like, oh, that person's probably going to get murdered next or something.
Powerful sense of dread.
Yeah.
Well, I would quite like to talk about some of your other questions, if I may, because they've really kind of pushed me. I was like, this is great. You asked about best 80s movie. Now,
while we're on the subject of 80s in music.
Right. Now, I thought about this, and you've got to divide it into, there are certain movies that you like because they're nostalgic for you. So if you go and watch like The Goonies again, you're like, oh, wicked, The Goonies. But then you watch it and you're like, okay, this isn't actually very good. I mean, it's fun and it's great, but it's not a great movie to watch 30 years later or whatever. Whereas Back to the Future, I watched again 2 years ago and was just as captivated as I was back in the 80s, or the 90s when I watched it first, because it's just, every time I've watched it, it's just captivating. There's a magic to it. There's wonder. There's intrigue. All the time travel stuff, the plot line. So it's this brilliant mix of like sci-fi, and pathos, and comedy, and excitement and music. And when I watched it again a few years ago, I was just as captivated as I was as a kid. And I think that's a sign of a really, really good movie, that it transcends not only eras, but transcends your kind of the age group as well. I think if you went and watched some of those classic movies, maybe like Never Ending Story again or Legend, you might watch it and go, actually, this is okay, but it's not sensational. Whereas Back to the Future and Indiana Jones, I think those films have really kept the magic.
I wonder what it would be like for somebody as an adult watching that for the first time. Because for me, I mean, I remember watching Back to the Future when I was about 6 with my dad, and I sat on I remember sitting on the couch with him watching it. It was on like a Sunday afternoon or something, and I was just like transfixed by the idea that time travel. It's the first time I'd ever understood what time travel could be, and I was like, wow, this is so mind blowing. It's the most exciting thing ever. And so every time I watch it, which has been many times since, I always like have that excitement in my head. And is that an excitement?
Oh, Natalie's disappeared. Natalie, you've disappeared.
I think she's gone back to 1955.
Oh, paradox. Natalie, you've disappeared.
In which case, I will. I will continue.
Do you want me to tell you why Back to the Future is actually a horror film?
Ooh, controversial. Yeah. Go forth. Okay, Adamski.
So at the end, when Marty goes back, and he's made a better life for his family and, you know, his brother and sister and his parents. He doesn't know them people, right? They haven't grown up together because the people he grew up with, his actual brother and sister, they don't exist anymore, right? So when he goes to the new, better future, they have no shared experiences. They don't know each other at all. It's actually horrific. The people, you know, at the start when they're all sitting around the table and George is a bit of a loser and, like, you know, they don't get on, that family doesn't exist anymore.
Right, so he's going to walk into that house and they're going to refer to stuff that he doesn't remember about himself as well. Oh, you've ruined it.
Dark as fuck, mate.
Weird. It's not like he can go back and go, hey, listen, so I've just fixed everything. So I don't remember any of the good stuff.
Exactly. And they don't know him.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to the Marty that they grew up with?
Because physiologically, he'd look the same, but he'd have different demeanor, different personality and stuff, right? Because he's
exactly. So you can't be like, what happened on our 10th birthday? Because completely different history. There you go.
My God, mind blown. Mind blown. Yeah. Next up, best Bruce Willis movie, right? It's got to be Die Hard 1, and I've got reasons for this because
that's what I think too.
It's just the plot of it is so brilliant because it's him with no weapons, no shoes, outwitting this team of terrorists, and there's all this stuff to do with knowledge and the fact they don't know he's there, but you do know, and it's brilliant. It's captivating. By Die Hard 5, it's literally a plane fighting a truck on a disintegrating fucking superhighway. How did we get there? How did we go from that subtle, nuanced power play to just absurdity? So yeah, Die Hard 1, because it's a masterclass in tension and like the way movie uses knowledge to build this kind of storyline between the characters. Great.
That's mine. That's a good one.
I fully agree with that.
Right. Oh, this is an argument I was having with Natalie. This is something I'll die. This is the hill I die on. Right. Die Hard is a Christmas film. Yes or no?
It takes place at Christmas. Now I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho. I think so. I think it's a Christmas film.
Of course, it's a Christmas film.
Interesting.
The comments are popping off.
Interesting that they chose to set it at Christmas because it doesn't have to be at Christmas. There's nothing like integrally in the storyline that means it has to take place at Christmas.
It's why it's quiet and why there's no one working the building.
Clever. So there is. Yeah, that's why Nakatani Plaza.
And because it's a Christmas film.
Right. Interesting.
Well, I'd probably go with you on Die Hard, but then we were going through a list of them. Pulp Fiction. Yeah. Pulp Fiction. Not really a Bruce Willis film.
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element is really good. My choice, I think.
Very good.
It's in Sin City as well. He's in a lot of bangers. Fifth Element, I think. Oh, that might tip it over Die Hard to me.
Fifth Element is very good, isn't it? Because it's got a great story and it's aesthetically really cool, very original. It's got Gary Oldman in it as the baddie. Yeah. It's got that really bizarre character in it who, like, is he a villain? He's like the super kind of exuberant character who seems to just have his microphone with him the whole time.
Yeah, Ruby Rod.
Yeah, is he a baddie?
Yeah, he's awesome. Oh, he's more like a something really psychic, I guess. So.
Yeah, great character.
Baddie. It's like he's
like the Rob Schneider,
slight antagonist, but
he's just like a
then
comedy.
Turns out to be a goodie.
Great film and quite groundbreaking for the time. I think saw it at the cinema and I was just blown away because it was just such a tour de force, if you will, of visuals whilst having a really good story and you cared about the characters.
And it has brilliant music. I bought the soundtrack, like the actual CD soundtrack, and it has amazing music in it. It's really good.
What's your favourite Arnie film then?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, there's only 3 of us here. We're going through this yesterday as well. Favorite or the best?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose Twins is probably your favorite, isn't it? So
no, it was Junior or something like that. No, I think it's obviously Total Recall or Terminator 2, and it's a really tough choice between the two.
Okay, and why do you like Terminator 2 more than Terminator 1? It's the big question.
Because it's better.
Because it's better. Justify to me why it's better.
It's the only, well, one of the only sequels ever that's better than I think the original.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just builds on the first one. Obviously, it wouldn't exist without the first one, but like how it builds on the lore, and obviously, T-1000 is cool. I don't really know how to articulate it.
I guess it's maintained the theme of the original. Yeah. It's thrown in a curveball that this time Arnie's the goodie. it's kept in it a really scary baddie who is just, I think, as scary as Terminator 1. The effects in it, if you watch it now, it's still really good, which is very impressive. And I think it's scaled up the Hollywoodness without taking away the fear and the grittiness of it. And it's entertaining while still being quite thought-provoking. And then after that, I don't think there was any decent Terminator films.
Oh, there's only two. Yeah,
there's only two.
But what you just said is what I thought. I just couldn't articulate as well.
Okay, what about best 80s, 90s sci-fi series or film? Maybe series. Let's say series.
Wait, you go first. I've got to contemplate this shit.
Of course. I mean, you're pretty much the expert at this. The first one I thought of, I went with, which was Quantum Leap. All right. Cool. Now, the reason why I like Quantum Leap so much is, again, I rewatched it a couple of years ago, and you're expecting to go back to these things and it'd be a bit like twee and a bit like budget, whatever. But it's really compelling because Scott Bakula's such a great actor, and Dean Stockwell as well. They're such a brilliant coupling of characters. And what makes it so compelling is that you side with him in all these scenarios, because what he's doing is he's going through the last 50 years fighting prejudice. And that's just so compelling to watch, that he's been thrown into these situations where he's having to deal with prejudice, and he's having to act in such a mindful way within the confines of a really archaic society. And the storyline is usually based around him helping a character overcome prejudice so that they can then move on to the next part of their life. So it's really engaging. So I would recommend Quantum Leap to anybody. Plus the ongoing story of, will he ever get back home? Why is he doing? What's going to happen to him? It's a really good combo of things. 45, 50-minute episodes, brilliant.
Do you think that's why they chose him for Star Trek Enterprise?
I reckon that probably made him, because does he play a similar character? I've not seen the Star Trek.
He's the captain. He's the captain, and there's a lot of time travel bits in it.
Right, and he's probably purveys a lot of wisdom and calm, etc.
Yeah. He has to sort of mediate when the premise is it's a prequel. It's the first ever interstellar mission that humanity has ever gone on.
Oh wow!
And so he's the captain of the ship, and he has to go out and meet alien civilizations and sometimes mediate between them when they're getting into scraps and things, and and also meet new civilizations that completely either don't trust humans or well, what are you doing so far away from home? You're brand new. You shouldn't get involved. Stop meddling. And he has to kind of meddle. But yeah, he either has to mediate disagreements or kind of make things better for certain people, or when he discovers, or the crew discover that they tend to meddle quite a lot, but
they don't meddle. What about? They help.
They help, yeah, but then they get sort of in trouble, don't they? They get in trouble. It's people
inadvertently.
No, they do. Inadvertently, sometimes something that they did a few planets ago or a few episodes ago sometimes comes back, and then they get heard about in the galaxy.
Enterprise,
and they've
really
either
good.
Helped or it's one of the best.
I never watched it.
Really, really good. You didn't watch it because you didn't like the song.
I know, and now I very much like the song.
So the normal Star Trek, all the Star Trek series had sort of classical orchestral piece at the beginning, and then Enterprise came out in what was it, 2002 or something. Yeah, it was sung by Russell Watson.
And it also comes out after all of the great series like Voyager and Space Nine finished.
Oh, nice.
Star Trek was going to be my answer, by the way.
Which one though? Which one?
Well, I think we've been over this in a previous podcast.
Yeah, we have, haven't we?
Every podcast just come back to us talking about Star Trek.
Yeah, I was going to say Doctor Who, but then it's not on in the 90s. So I am wearing my Doctor Who jacket.
It is pretty Doctor Who.
Wait.
It is actually.
Explain the jacket.
Okay, it's actually Matt Smith's screen jacket from Doctor Who. There's actually one made for him. And his arms are slightly shorter than mine, which is why it doesn't come away. then.
So
There's actually
when they did explain that
actually
Matt
Matt
Smith is
Smith's
what
jacket.
5'11", and you're 6'2", and that's why the arms are a bit
I've
shorter.
got a little certificate of authenticity.
Nice. That's
pretty
that's
cool.
very cool. That's very cool indeed.
Show them the elbow patches.
Oh yeah, look, it's got a little
That's wicked.
geography teacher.
Do you think?
But they don't go to my elbow, look, because they're short.
Yeah, tricep patches. Do you think if Doctor Who was a new series that came out right now, and do you think the premise would it still get made? Would it still get
the
commissioned?
first one?
It's a completely just the concept of Doctor Who. If it was invented today for the first time, do you think people would still commission it?
Well, it's pretty broad. It's sort of, you can sort of write anything in that with the world. It's like the most open canvas for story writing. So yeah, probably.
Nice.
You can be really conceptual. Like some of the episodes are really high concept, like soft science fiction, and then others are really based on actual science that we know about, rather than just kind of going off at once. So there's loads and loads of different. There's loads of freedom, creative.
And it's got great music.
Was it popularized?
It has.
Yeah.
Was it popularized outside the UK?
I think when they brought it back in the 2000s, it got really big in America and sort of worldwide. My era is the classic Doctor Who. So
who's your Doctor?
Sylvester McCoy.
I knew it.
See, you know me already. I don't need to even to answer, do I?
That is so. The music, the theme music, actually has really good 80s synth in the Sylvester McCoy series, which I think, Ben, going back to you said about 80s synth in science fiction,
and it's really a shuffle.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a shuffle. And it doesn't have any drums in it, right? Which is amazing because it's such a rhythmic piece. But I don't believe there's any drums in it. But I'm not sure. But check that out, guys. I think it's just because the bass rhythm is so strong.
It's all about the bass.
No drums in it. So that was nicely brought full circle there to Planet. So speaking of sci-fi music, may I ask, another great question you've raised, Nat, is best game soundtrack?
Okay. Original OST or music in the game?
Final Fantasy IX.
Oh, nice. Why is that, Nat?
Oh, I just really like the Sephiroth music at the end.
Like it.
Which one's Final Fantasy IX? What's the subtitle of that?
Oh, I can't remember.
I've only ever played Twilight Princess, and I took it ate up 800 hours of my life.
Sorry, it just
came. Yes, actually, Elliot says Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, which is
that's
a definitive game.
That's not. See, that's why I asked. It's got great songs on it, but it's not a soundtrack, is it?
Right.
It's not an OST. Yeah, it's. I think Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 got loads of people into kind of pop punk music back in the day when it came out. I think everybody started playing that, and then it was like, oh, have you heard this band? And then.
Yeah, good. And didn't some of the GTA games have a lot of cool?
Yes, Vice City, 80s.
Yeah.
That was amazing. It had Motley Crue and stuff in it.
In terms of OST,
Legend of Zelda. Oh yeah,
is that Sonic? Is that dude? Sonic 2. Sonic 2 has some of the best. Mystic Cave Zone is insane. Oil Ocean Zone, come on, right? Yeah, it's just really good tunes. Which is amazing because if you listen to it now, probably the technology that they had to create music probably wasn't particularly sophisticated, but it's fucking great.
Sonic music's the best. I've got two little factoids. Right.
Go ahead.
First of all, I've done a cover of the Sonic the Boss music. You can find it on YouTube.
What do we have to search for?
It's probably Starscream. I'll put the link in the thing.
Put the link in the comments in the YouTube comments.
And what's the other thing I was going to say? Oh yeah, Michael Jackson wrote some of the music on Sonic 3.
Really?
Yeah.
And then all of it, or some of it, or
I think it's him and his team, but I think Sega disavowed all connection with him when there was when he got alleged of doing stuff. But so it's he's not credited, but you can hear there's bits and shit in it.
in Sonic 3?
Yeah, Sonic 3, yeah.
I'll check that out. In terms of like PC games, I really like the soundtrack to Quake 2, the Scourge of Armagon expansion pack, right? Which is really, it's so specific, but it's really good. It's basically like Nine Inch Nails Ministry sort of thing. It's a mixture of orchestral music with heavy guitars. And it's by a writer called Yihan Huang, who also did for Mech Warrior 2. And I didn't actually know that because I loved the Mech Warrior 2 soundtrack as well. And I only when I looked it up before this week, it's the same person. But it really, really good. And you can find it on you can listen to it on YouTube, the Scourge of Armagon. But it's like Nine Inch Nails or something. It's fucking badass. Yes. And I used to just listen to it for fun when I wasn't even playing the game. So that's a soundtrack that I really like.
That sounds cool.
Very good.
I would say I think Perfect Dark has got them because I used to listen to that obsessively. I downloaded it, found a copy of it back in the day. But yeah, it was really, really good soundtrack because probably just because I'm excited about the game playing, so I remember all of the things from the game, and so that sticks in your mind. And when you finally beat the things, the bit you can't do, and then you're like, yeah, that's the music that reminds you of the achievement. I guess maybe that's why. I don't know, but I really love the music in Perfect Dark.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing about computer games, without going too far, we could do a whole thing on computer games.
Yeah,
was that I just about remember a time where you couldn't save the game, so you actually had to play it in one go until the end, or keep the telly on overnight and just hope that your parents didn't find out, and then like the next day hope that the game was still there, and you could try and finish it. So most of the games that I played when I was a kid on the Spectrum, I never beat them because they were so hard and you had to do them all in one go. And so to play the game through, I'm going to just ignore that. To play the game through would take like 4 hours and you'd only have like 3 lives. But my brother pointed out recently, he said, well, the games, they cost like $1.99, right? So they had to make sure that you couldn't beat them. And they were really hard because of the amount of bytes that they had available. I actually don't know where I'm going with this. I wish I'd thought about what I was going to say more before I said this. But he came up with some really great theory about why the games were so hard, and I can't remember what it is.
Oh, well, yeah. Content.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Before we run out.
That's good.
Thanks. I've got myself.
Before we run out of time, we've got a clip from Vincent about one of these.
Oh yeah, Vinny's on.
Vincent's not here.
On tour.
He's on tour. He's actually on his way back from tour right now, isn't he? He's in a plane.
I hope he's watching this. He should be in the chat. Come on.
Get online.
Let's see if I can get this to work. I don't know what he's answering. What's he answering, Natalie? We'll find out. Let's just find out. Let's just bloody find out.
From one
what
of
did I do this week?
Hope it's what's his favourite Bruce Willis
I can hear
film
him.
is.
Where's he gone?
I know what his favourite Bruce Willis film would be.
No. Nice hair. With nice hair in it.
I know it's not a film, but I quite like it when he plays Paul in Friends. I think that's great.
Bruce Willis is great in Friends.
He's brilliant in Friends.
As in,
just that character.
What's it?
It's
You're
Paul.
a neat guy. You're
a
neat guy.
You're the man. You're the man.
Still got it myself every day.
What did I do this week? I'm here in Germany now.
It's so good because
it last night in Lorelei. It's called Night of the Prom Festival. Yeah, it was really cool.
It was. There
was about 7,000 or 8,000 people there last night. Yeah, it was quite big. And I saw Steve Hackett and his band. They were really good. Met up with some few friends, some musician friends. And yeah, it was a good night. It was a really good night. It was quite hot yesterday, actually. It's about 38 degrees. But it was a beautiful day. We've been doing a lot of traveling, lots of driving. After the show, we stayed for a bit. Got back at 3 a.m. So I'm a bit tired today, but it's cool. We should be boarding quite soon. Our flight is a little bit delayed. I don't know why. I think it's something to do with that global outage, that Microsoft software going down. I don't know what the hell is happening, but yeah, we should be boarding soon. And then we land in we should be in Birmingham in a few hours, and then I'll be driving back to London. I'll be there about 11, 12 p.m. So yeah, it's going to be a few more hours of traveling, but it's all good. Yeah, it was a really good festival. I really enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite festivals in Europe. If you're not aware of it, Google the Lorelei. It's a really beautiful place in Germany. It's probably one of the most beautiful places in Germany. I love that place. Yeah, the festival itself was quite cool. People were really friendly, really busy. It was absolutely packed, really hot. And yeah, I think everyone had a good night, including myself. So yeah, I think we should be boarding soon. And I can't wait to join the podcast next Sunday because yeah, I really miss it. I really miss you guys. Yeah, so hopefully I'll see you guys soon.
Woo! There we go. I like the announcement going on in the background, in case you didn't believe that he was in the airport.
Yeah, authenticity added by that. Brilliant.
I've got another video from him. I don't know what he's saying in this one. We'll probably check these things before the class.
Also, I started working on the drums for the new Diamond Black album. Ben sent me some songs last week and made a few notes. Hopefully when I get back this week, when I get back to London this week, I'm going to start working on that. And sounding really, really good so far, you know. And I got some really, really good ideas on the drums. And yeah, I can't wait for you guys to hear it. Okay, I think we're boarding. Right, see you guys soon.
There you go. And we're back. There you go, guys.
We're back.
I like the real time. I think we're boarding. Rushes off. That was brilliant.
I love how he films them like so close to the wire. Like normally you do it kind of when you're waiting for the like. There's a lot of time in the airport, right? And
Vince's like, I've got 30 seconds left to go.
Go.
Exciting, dynamic. It was exciting. It was racing off.
I know. I was like, is he going to get his plane? He's going to miss his plane. Maybe.
Then I've got another video. He's just like, I'm on the plane. I made it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Right.
That's nice. That's nice. Good of him to do it.
Right, should we play the game?
Yes.
Okay.
Right, so what's the deal here?
Okay.
Are we doing what we did last time, like trying to be the first?
What you did last time,
or...
yeah. Except
right, okay.
neither of you have seen them. Only I have seen them. Okay.
Well, you have to explain the concept of the game.
Okay, yeah. So the concept of the game is there is an image.
Vincent's going again.
Black album.
Stop talking, Vincent. Okay, Scott. Sorry, my bad.
Okay, so there's an image created by AI, which is a literal version of a band, and you have to guess what the band is based on. So it's like catchphrase, say what you see, but
right. So basically, you say to AI, Def Leppard, and it comes up with a literal translation of that, but we have to work backwards.
Not quite. Like if you have to describe to AI exactly what you want it to be. So if I was doing, like, if I wanted to do Def Leppard, I might say to the AI, okay, draw a leopard with hearing aids.
Oh, right. Okay.
And then it was so you have to do a little bit of thinking, but I mean, I think the ones I've made are quite easy, so maybe we'll have to step it up a notch. But okay,
I haven't seen
everybody in the chat is ready, so let's go.
I think there's a little bit of a time delay on when Ben sees it, so I won't jump straight in and ruin it.
Okay then.
Okay, what? I mean, all I'm seeing is a black cherry. Is it a black stone cherry?
It's a black stone cherry. Yeah.
Oh, my soundboard is going to be popping off now.
Get your soundboard out. Okay, cool. So next one.
I'll give the chat a little bit of a chance to.
Yeah, Eva got it.
Decimate this game. This is the where we spent too much dead air.
Okay.
So it's like the Flintstones in drag. Someone's got it in the chat.
Well
very
done.
Good, very
Queens
good.
of the Stone Age.
Yeah.
Queens of the Stone Age. This is fun. Oh wait, well done for the chat. This video.
Yeah, well done.
I'll go next.
Wait for it. I think it takes a while to come up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it takes a while for you guys to see it. There's like 10
so
seconds delay.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, I'm not going
Superhero.
Right. Well, they're young. Little superheroes.
Young gods. Young heroes. Young superheroes. School heroes. School for heroes.
Come on, you're so close.
School for superheroes.
Where are they?
In the gym. School gym.
Yeah.
Gym for the heroes.
Heroes gym class heroes. Is that a band?
Yeah.
No, I never heard of them.
Yeah, gym class heroes.
Wow, well done for the chat because I never heard of them. That's really nice.
Yeah, Elizabeth C nailing it there. I like it.
Well, I mean,
well done.
This is proper catchphrase.
Yeah.
It's a proper catchphrase in there.
Okay, well done.
Got to be careful not to say anything.
Well, it's not good. It's going to be bands that are like,
Okay.
you know,
grooming, dog.
No, not grooming. Emma's got it.
Straight in, Pet Shop Boys.
Wow.
You guys are banging on this.
You guys rule.
I thought they were grooming.
Yeah. Really good. Really good. Okay. I thought that was quite a cute one. It took ages to get right as well. You can see the ones that came before that weren't exactly.
That's great.
There we go.
I've got this one. Is this the Killers?
Yeah.
Just
the beat you two guys.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I had to get one. I had to get 1 point on my scoreboard.
So like Killers Family Dinner, which is a great name for a band.
Right, we got a couple of this. Here we go.
Killer's Family Portrait. They're quite easy. Some of them. Some of them I was quite proud of, but
this is fun. Okay.
When it loads.
I'll wait until it comes up.
Arcade Fire.
Yay!
All right.
Oh, nice.
I thought that was especially good because look how scared all the little Pac-Man look.
Oh, yeah, you go running away from it.
That's quite good.
Yeah, I felt really sad.
I'll give you one.
Well done.
Congrats, Sam.
Okay.
Good night, fans. Right, here we go.
The next one.
Okay.
Wait.
I'm trying not to.
Because you're seeing it before I am. Okay, so whoa,
that's why
ice children. What the? I love it, but it's ace
conceptual.
Frozen.
What are they doing?
Kids of the Frozen.
Is that
making ice? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ice playing. Oh, that's good. That's clever, isn't it? Playing with ice. Ice.
Children playing with ice.
Anyone in the chat? No one in the chat has got it yet.
Oh no, they don't. Even. The chat doesn't even got it.
Come on, Diamond Black, you got a chance. You got a chance to beat the chat.
Not Ice Baby.
No. Oh.
Coldplay.
Cole Duckworth got it.
Nice.
Well done.
That's brilliant.
Very nice. Glad I got you stumped. Got you stumped for a bit. Yes.
You did get me stumped for a bit. Yeah. I'm
No,
thinking too literally. I've got to
one.
think more conceptual.
Yeah, some of them are literal, some of them are conceptual.
You can have one of those.
Cool. Okay, we've got a couple more.
Oh, I'm not as good at this as I was last week.
This is my favourite one.
Fleet of Pasta.
Pasta, macaroni, ships. I don't.
You both said it. You've all said it.
Pasta.
What, pasta
macaroni.
fleet?
No.
Macaroni. Is there a band called Macaroni?
No.
What is it? Mac and cheese.
Say what you think.
Fleetwood Mac.
Yes.
Right, because it's Mac.
Well done, Helen Fleming. You got it
made
right.
of wood. That's
fleet made of wood. With the I was like, well, how do we do Fleetwood Mac? I was like, well, a fleet of ships made of wood in a sea of Mac.
That's clever. That's you guys very
this
very
is
clever.
Like, this is very catchphrase.
This is leveled up.
The eye roll territory.
Fleetwood Mac is right.
Right, we got the next one.
Okay.
Dude, we're not doing well this week.
Alleyway.
Is that a bum? No.
He's not a bum, is he?
Is he? What is he? Homeless person?
Yeah.
Homeless, alley, fighter.
Yeah, but what else? What's he wearing?
Cape.
Oh, something with cape. Something with get cape.
So,
cape.
No. Wear cape. No, that's not.
It's not that one.
Cape.
What does he look like? What's his pose like?
Cape fighter. Fighting with capes. Fighting in the alley.
No.
Bum fight.
No. No, he
Wrestler.
looks, powerful and
Grappler.
Hard. Well, no, you have to go with clue.
well, okay, so you're right
at
the beginning.
We're not getting it.
No one's getting it.
No.
He'd be on the front of a comic book, right?
Right.
He's heroic. He's a
hero.
Yeah. He's got. What is a hero with a cape? What's another? Name a hero with a cape.
Batman.
And
Superman.
Yes, and he is also a
homeless.
Yes,
homeless Superman.
Another word for a homeless person could be
destitute. Destitute Superman. Destitute Superman. What a great band.
Another word for destitute Superman, and it's a band.
Broke.
Supertramp. You guys are Eva. Whoa.
Well done.
That's
incredible.
Oh, well done. Oh, what now? Oh, you can definitely have one of those. I've got this one. I've got the next one. Boom. Easy.
Right, so I can't see it till they see it, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to.
Ironing, classical photograph ironing. Right, okay.
Elliot's got it.
Yeah.
Well done.
Nice.
Well done.
Nice.
the opposite to Iron Maiden's actual artwork.
Yeah, right. That's what it should be like. That'd be brilliant.
Just put the Iron Maiden logo at the top. Wear that t-shirt.
Gonna be
next
there all
one.
Day,
Yeah, go. Just a moment to say how brilliant these are, Nat. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So orange juicer, orange, orange.
Hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'll give myself one.
Yay.
Who needs a Roy Walker one? You've got this. Where's Mr. Chips?
What's he doing?
We should have Mr. Chops. We should get a Mr. Chips for next episode.
Do you like a two-dimensional animated Paulette?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, next one's up.
Priests shouting priests.
Running. Judas Priest. No. Oh no. Screaming. Running. God.
Maybe they're not priests.
Hey, yeah.
Reverend. The Manic Street Preachers. The Manic Street Preachers.
Well done. Well done.
Not like we don't mention them enough. I got two more. Dun, 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 dun.
Two more.
Oh, we should have been keeping a score. Oh, I'm going to have to get a scoreboard next.
Thanks, Elliot.
The chat. Bad Religion is a good one as well, but yeah. Manic Street Preachers.
Clue for next week.
Yeah. Where's Diamond Black? Yeah. What?
Welcome, cottage house.
Cottage. Cottage. What path? Bow. Path. Bow. Garden. Town garden. No. Oh, damn it. No. Damn it.
Yeah, Helen's got it.
Bow house.
Bow house. Well,
Bowing in front of a house.
Man, you guys are smashing this.
Yeah, really good.
Bow house. Oh, you can have one of these, Helen.
I'm very impressed.
It's very good, isn't it?
Okay, one more.
I guess, yeah.
I'm trying not to say rude things. My instinct is to be rude. Yeah. Chocolate Smith. Chocolate Blacksmith Malteser.
Hot chocolate?
You're so close.
Is it hot chocolate? Because he's like a...
No, it's not hot chocolate.
Has it got the word chocolate in it?
What is he? No, it has
Blacksmith.
chocolate in it. Yeah. And what is he working with?
Smith Chocolate Smith.
What kind of
Cocoa Smith. Cocoa Pops. I don't know what. You have to give us a clue.
Why is the chocolate floating?
Light chocolate.
Yeah.
Right.
Weightless.
Weightless chocolate. What kind of chocolate would float?
Aero.
An arrow.
Aerosmith. Wow. Jack got it. That's good. That's
well
good.
done, Jack.
Well, I feel like the chat won that. We have to get a scoreboard for next week.
Yeah, we should get a scoreboard. Yeah, we should. I think. Well, we're going to make these more exciting and more interesting every week. Maybe we should start giving people prizes.
I think so. I think let's up the ante. Let's make it challenging. And I wonder what my prize will be because I got so many of them right.
I don't remember. Wait. I can't remember what the sound is.
Well, I mean,
that was us.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
I guess
I have to add some catchphrase sound effects to my soundboard. That'd be fun.
Yeah, like the exactly.
Cool.
Does anyone actually? Are we the ones who actually know what we're talking about? This sort of
I don't know.
Obscure TV show from the 90s.
I'm actually
on the UK.
Catchphrase is like one of the things I'm best at in the world. Like
well, clearly.
Well, not today, but the crap ones.
Actual catchphrase.
Actual catchphrase.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm gonna do some more of these for you next week.
They're absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for putting your time into that. It's so cool. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Yeah. That's your lot.
Well, loving it.
That's your lot.
Thank you guys.
Have a great week, everyone.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Thank you guys. Brilliant.
Please like this video and
if you like this video, can you please like it? Click like on the actual video because it really helps promote the band on YouTube and it helps YouTube pick us up for across other people who may not have seen us.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also write comments in the actual the comments under the YouTube as well because that makes YouTube think that we've got chat going on in the actual comments as well.
Yeah, defo schmefo.
So yeah, and Adam's going to put his Sonic interpretation.
I
want
to hear that. Brilliant.
Thanks for the support, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much.
See you next time.
Have a nice week.
Bye.
Bye.